Hello and happy Friday. We've made it through the week. It's been a wonderful, wonderful week. Welcome to Enchanting Little Soul Tarot. I am Melissa. It's nice to see you here. Thank you for all your likes, your subscribes, your comments. I love all feedback. I'm constantly learning. I'm not new at reading. I'm just new to being in this world at reading. Also a baby astrologer. So one of my readings, and all of my readings you can find over on my website, Lady Magdalene's Mercantile. You can schedule an appointment with me and we can do a video chat, or if you would prefer one that is recorded and then sent to you, I can do that too. There's several different ones on my website. My light just went out. It's a sign, not really. It's just that the battery is not charging well. So that being said, let's get started because I don't care if it's not perfect. That's kind of how I roll. Perfection is for the weak. All right. So coming out, what's for Friday? Okay. Okay, so Spirit was like, we're getting to this, just so you know. All right. You can also connect with me on all my social media. I've got all my links in the description box below too. I love writing poems and posting fun stuff to think about, journal prompts, things like that. So I'd love to connect with you everywhere. I like connecting with people. So first and foremost, we have the Queen of Cups. So a lot of us have been making some real important, beneficial transactions in terms of creating our own stability. We're kind of tired of taking the the rules and regulations of the world and kind of starting to make our own. And I really, really love that. So I call this the Beyonce card because she's like made her money. She's super humble, smart, wise. She's created her own comfort, and really that's what we're supposed to do anyway. It's what was recommended. That's what God intends for us. As I look here in the center, we have the Four Cups, and you can see she's kind of longing for more in a way. She's not really grateful for what she has. And really, she has all four cups that she needs. She has all the areas of her life fulfilled at the moment. And sometimes you need to honor what you have and your place that you're in right now in terms of money, love, friendships, inspiration. Excuse me. You need to honor where you're at in order to grow. I talk about manifesting and writing and living in the energy that you want now before you even get some of the things that you necessarily want. So it's important to honor and be grateful for what the universe has provided you so far, but we'll move into the next part of it, which is abundance. So after you honor that space, you create and then you get abundance. And this is one of my favorite cards, and it's all about, whatever you put into, you're going to receive. I talk a lot about putting into your personal community. I just saw 333, by the way. I talk about putting into your personal community. Like right now, I try to buy everything from women-owned businesses in my community if I can, but I try to shop local as much as I can. So the grocery stores are locally owned grocery stores. The clothing places, I try to shop there. If I can't fit, because I'm a plus size woman, if I can't fit into their stuff, I'll buy my accessories in one space, right? Coffee, whatever. I try to put money back into locally owned business because whatever you put into it, you will get out of it. Money is an energy, just like love, speaking, touch, it's all energy. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. So it looks like you're going to be receiving the abundance that you want and all of your dreams are coming true. And if you haven't been writing your dreams, go bigger. Case in point, when I was looking for a spouse back in my young days when I didn't know any better, I just wanted somebody that would be a good dad for my kids. And I found one, but that was all that I found. I wasn't really looking for things that would nourish me and my soul. So make sure you really are honest about what you're writing, about what you want in all aspects of your life. The Five of Swords talks about being in your head a little bit. There is some inner conflict when it comes to I almost feel like it comes to money. Maybe you're not being honest about your spending. Maybe you're not being honest with yourself, because there's somebody in the or maybe this is like a business thing where maybe you're, not getting money the way you should be, or making transactions the way you should, because there's somebody in the back like totally, teed off, okay? And it's more frustrating for you because you're not doing the honest thing. So make sure you have the right discussions, and be completely, transparent. Hey, I have this amount of debt. I want to talk about it. I'm trying to fix it, or I want to fix it now. Those types of things. We need to get really, really real and authentic. And I'm not talking about dumping all of your emotional baggage on people all the time. I'm talking about fixing problems so that you can live a better life and quit worrying all the time, because worrying is really the biggest cause of death. So let's look at, because there's no control. I mean, you can't control stuff. Worrying doesn't do anything but hurt you, and it's fake. God of conflict resolution. Perfect. You are encouraged to walk away from a current conflict. So there is a point. I did this a lot. I was dating someone, actually. This is a really important, because I've never told this story publicly. I was dating someone that was mentally ill, and I believe he was also an addict. I don't know for sure if he was, but I believe he was an addict. And because I got like a Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde from him. And what was so funny is, normally, I told him that I didn't want to go out on a date with him, and he showed up on my doorstep anyway, and he showed up when my children were there. And so that was a huge boundary problem. And then, I walked outside and I was like, what are you doing? He's like, oh, well, I thought you didn't have your kids. And I'm like, I didn't, but my children needed me and they came over right away. And then he accused me, earlier that day, he had accused me of cheating, and which we were literally just dating, and we were going out on our first date. Ew. Red flag, red flag, red flag. And then at the end of that particular trying to close things up, I knew I was not going to argue with this person, because I knew all he wanted to do was argue. His whole life he has been fighting. He is somebody who hides from people. He thinks the entire world is against him. And I know it sounds real charming, right? I don't know what I was thinking, but he was good at mirroring me in the beginning and being kind of in the same place. And then, of course, me being me, I'm really good at picking away that character, and then they start losing their minds because they can't keep up with being honest and authentic with me. And when I pull back those layers, they get really pissed off. So he sent me a ton of horrible messages, saying I was a static addict, and basically insulting my intelligence, insulting my femininity. He was degrading. He said all of these things, and basically I just responded with, you are so, rather than blocking, because to me it was passive aggressive and I needed to do it for me, I basically responded with, you are so right. You're right. I really do need to take the time to work on myself. Thank you so much for showing me. And I just went about my business. Now he is still, well, not recently, because I did end up blocking him. He came back and wished me happy holidays on certain things. And he messaged me a couple of other times, just wishing me well and trying to see, and I didn't respond. And then I finally blocked him. And basically he was like, I know Tauruses, and they always have to have the last win. And I was like, yeah, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if I hurt your feelings. He's like, you didn't hurt my feelings. And this was before all the texting began. But it was just funny, because my superpower is basically seeing a narcissist and then letting them win, at least think they won. And I was like, you're right. I really need to work on myself. And he went away. So sometimes conflict is just letting the other person win, knowing that you've won, and moving on with your life. All right. I need to write the whole story out because it's pretty freaking awesome. And I feel like it happens a lot. And women are tempted to stick and stay and I'm going to fix this person. And there's no fixing, because all they want to do, he had, I believe, I'm almost positive he had a very abusive, narcissistic mother. And I just feel like he has no other way of showing love but fighting all the time. Surrender. I can release my need to control. So there it is. You don't have to win every argument. You don't have to win every argument. It's not important. You have to win for yourself. And sometimes that means just walking away from it, making your pleasantries be known, and then moving forward. So I hope you have a wonderful Friday. Thank you so much for your support. And I look forward to connecting with you in other areas. Namaste.